On the Wado Radio Show.
Yeah, man, it's DJ Wado. It's the Wado Radio Show. It's more than music. It's ministry. And I got a brother on the line with me right now from the city of New Orleans. And homie is debt free. At least as far as Sallie Mae is concerned, man. Dee-1, what's up, bro?
Yeah, man, I'm great, bro. I'm just smiling right now, man.
Of course, because you ain't got no debt. You should be smiling, bro.
Yeah, bro, I'm debt free. So life is that's a new American dream, is to be debt free, man. It's crazy.
Sure. How long have you been debt free, man? Obviously I know the song just came out, but I know how the music industry is, but
yeah, the song just came out exactly. So the song just came out, but this had to be about probably like a year.
Wow.
About a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah, about you know what? A little less than that. Little less than that. So yeah, I just made a decision, man. I didn't want to be a robot anymore and just making minimum payments when I didn't have to, and it's like, why am I prolonging this process? All I'm doing is getting charged more interest each and every month.
Yeah. And
I've been fortunate enough that I'm in a position right now where I can knock this out if that's what I want to do. So, yeah, man, debt free Dee-1.
It's killer, man. So did you pay it off, like, because I was reading somewhere that you paid this off when you signed with Sony, basically, or around that time?
So a little bit after I signed is actually when I made the decision, because it started to be something where a lot of good things started happening all at once for me, and I know it was God that was blessing me with these blessings.
Yeah.
And I was I was asking myself, what should I do? One thing I have never done is felt pressure to have to spend my money a certain way to fit into other people's box, So me being a rapper, or me being successful, or me needing to drive a certain type of car or fit the image of what I should be doing in other people's opinions, I've never felt that type of pressure, literally. So that wasn't something that I felt like was going to be a tough thing to decide what to do. As far as being financially literate. Like, for me, being financially literate means being financially independent.
Sure.
And being financially independent for me means not being in debt. So I said I'm good at living below my means, and I think that's something a lot of artists can learn a lot from and benefit a whole lot from. Like, my whole life has been about making smart money decisions from the time I was taking out loans. I wasn't even taking out loans necessarily 100% for school. I was taking out loans trying to start businesses, while I was in college. Like, I've been a hustler, and really, but from that to having a 9-to-5 as a teacher and having to allocate my money towards, of course, my living expenses and my bills, but
Sure.
still needing to, like, I never had an investor or someone who gave me this startup money. It's always been me, and anyone that has come along as my journey has continued to progress, they have just added to what I've already, organically built. And when I say organically built, that means I funded everything. I have been the one to lose money when investments didn't go well. I've been the one to make the money when things did pay off and go well. So for me, I just don't like feeling like a slave to anyone, and I didn't want to be a slave to a company that is in my pockets every single month, because I still owe them money that I took out years back. So I was like, man, let me just make this power move. And I never knew anyone who had finished paying Sallie Mae back. Honestly, I didn't know not one person, including my mama. So yeah, so I wanted to go around and do that.
So
and it's crazy that making a song about it has not that many people have finished paying Sallie Mae back, but the people who love the song are people who get motivated by the thought of that, and they get motivated. Yeah, they get motivated by the prospect of, you know what, I'm gonna be in his shoes one day.
Yeah. Me and my wife, we I didn't have student loans. She did, and we paid hers off. Probably around the same time you did. I mean, obviously not knowing it, but yeah, man. So it's a lot of people, bro. It's a lot of people that this affects, man. Did you write the song like right after that happened? Like, was that like your celebration, your way of getting it out, or?
No, because it wasn't a gimmick, you know. So for me, it was just something I did in my personal life, and I was proud of it, and I got it out the way, and I just woke up the next day and kept living life. But it clicked to me, you know, because, you know, I've been through a lot in the past year, even as far as with my mixtape, Separated at Birth, with that stupid stuff that went down with that, with it getting banned and did all this. So for me, it had been something that, you know, I honestly had to dig deep and ask myself, like, what place, and this started before the Separated at Birth project. Actually, I was like, yo, I want to get to a space where I'm just making music that is so authentic to me and so unique that I'm extremely proud of it, which is why that mixtape kind of left me disheartened to a certain extent, because I was like, man, this is something that is uniquely a Dee-1 concept. This is like something that I know is going to reach people. And even if the powers that be didn't agree with it, it's just certain feelings that I have about my music when I make it from that place that only I can take it to. And I felt like that about this song. I said, man, this song is going to really resonate with people, and it's going to really connect with people. And I was right. I stated on the Real. I went on the Real, the talk show last week.
Oh, you killed it. You killed it on the Real.
Yeah, appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. That's the first question they asked me. Did I think it was going to take off? I was like, of course. Like, I really did think it was going to take off, because I'm making music from a state of mind where I know that God really wants me to succeed and wants me to win, but he doesn't want me to be a carbon copy of another artist or be what a corporation tells me to be. Like, if I really do Dee-1, the only way Dee-1 can do him, man, the sky is the limit, and God has revealed this to me. So yeah, man, I'm just happy that people like the song and love the video.
Man, that's good, bro. What's the status of that mixtape? Like, will that ever see the light of day, or is it over, man?
You sound so sad when you say, "Is it over?"
Well, because man, you know, I really wanted to hear that record, bro. Like, you know, I mean, you know.
Oh, bro. Oh, I know. I think that so many people still ask me about that mixtape that it's something where, depending on how the next few months play out, it's something where I may end up putting it out there, because my life has been changing at a rapid pace since that mixtape honestly got banned from coming out. And for me, there's people who I'm now talking to. There's people who I thought were on my team that I'm starting to see they're not really on my team. There's people who I thought I would never, you know, like strike up a conversation with or talk to, that now, like, the communication lines are open with us. So it's stuff that I'm having to decide, you know, on the fly. I'm having to decide, should I put this out? If I put this out, what is it going to mean, you know, for the music industry? It's honestly an amazing project. It's honestly like my creativity at its finest, and it's me being original and unique, which that's my formula. As long as people know, like, man, yeah, only Dee-1 could have made a song like that with that type of twist or put that type of spin on it. As long as people feel that vibe from my music, I'm already successful. So that's how that mixtape is. So there's a chance that it'll come out. But I am recording my album right now. So I am formally, officially, that's out there to the world. Like, I'm full-fledged into recording my album. So this Sallie Mae song, it's literally something that has taken off at a time when I'm like full speed ahead into focusing on this album. Meanwhile, arguably the biggest song of my career just organically jumps off. So I'm kind of scatterbrained right now, but I am in album recording mode. Amidst everything that's going on, I'm in album recording mode. So yeah, I think my fans will be excited to know that.
You think this is bigger than 50 J and Weezy?
I do, bro. I had to think about that because I was like, that's definitely the single biggest song that I know I had put out thus far. I think it's bigger because I look at the amount of I look at the range of media coverage that has organically come about. There's no machine working this song. This is not my record label pushing this song. You know what I'm saying? You look at what a video is.
I noticed that it came on the Dee-1 Music channel and not the Dee-1 Vivo.
There you go. So you know, so you know what that means, right?
Yeah.
And you can read between the lines exactly. So it's like, yo, this is something that only I believed in, so I had to put it out, and just follow my heart. That's all. And with that being said, I'm not opposed to having any assistance in pushing this. I'm not opposed to my record label coming on board and helping to enhance the push that God and the people have already, and my team around me have already given to it. But nah, man, when you look at the organic nature of this push and you look at CNN interview going on the Real,
sure.
Huffington Post, Washington Post calling it the anthem of a generation. You look at, man, the Hood, World Star, you heard me? Everybody, right? Like, everybody on this one, man.
Yeah.
So, and it's only been 3 weeks. Like it hadn't even been 3-4 weeks.
Yeah.
Since this has really come out. So for me, yeah, and because I know the different phases of pushing something, and I know that this has just begun to really get pushed. So for me, that's why I think it is shaping up to be bigger than just 50 and Weezy. And this has people in the financial, world, like people who are financial analysts, people who are.
Bro, I seen it on Dave Ramsey YouTube channel, son.
Bruh, like, you know what I mean? like that stuff. That's what I'm saying, man. Like this is big, man. This is big, and I'm just so thankful that at this point in my life and in my career, I know that this is all a God move. Like this is straight God. Like God, God is showing me something through the success of this. He's showing me that as long as I stay righteous in my walk and with my motives and my intentions, because He knows that my heart is in such a pure place at this point. Like I think I've already been humble because growing up in New Orleans makes you humble. Because
sure.
If not, you probably get your head knocked off quick. But I've been humble. But honestly, I've been even more humbled even more because of just this music industry and what it can do to you mentally and just feeling the feeling the wrath of things in this industry that aren't right. Like there's people in this game that are not right, man. There's corporations, there's entities in this game that are not right, and I don't care if they're Christian or not. Like if you right, you're right. If you're not, you're not. And for me, I'm like, wow, like I'm really opting to be, in this industry, and their realization just hit me. Probably for like the last year and some change. I just been living with that realization. So I've been mission minded even more so. I always talk about mission vision. That's my brand. That's my motto. That's a whole lifestyle right there. And that's something that my mission vision got to stay on being at all times now, because yeah, man, like this game this game ain't. A lot of people in this industry aren't right, man, and they're not in it with the right motives or intentions. And for me, I know that God has revealed to me, like, look, you know you didn't want to be a rapper when you were a little boy. You know this. You know you were the shy one in the clique. You used to do the beatbox when everybody else would be rapping. But you were shy. Like, you know this. Also, you know that when you first started doing this, that you weren't really that good. You know this. And you know, and if he got to remind me, he could just pull up one of my old mixtapes and remind me. And it's like, you know you weren't all that good. But you know that I gave you a special, unique gift and a heart for reaching people, and I know that I reside, you know, deep within your spirit, D. So with that being said, as long as you're gonna do this with the right frame of mind and with the right intentions, like, I got you. I will make you the best rapper alive. They'll be like, Jay-Z who? Lil Wayne who? You know what I'm saying? Like what? So literally, you know, and I will give you the platform too. They'll be like, yo, forget whatever box they trying to put you in, or they don't know how to classify you. I will just let you shine. And, you know, all I need to know is that your heart is going to be in the right place. And I know that at this point. So because I know that, I feel so powerful right now. Man, I feel so powerful. I truly feel like King David, you know, that's like David is my name, and I don't think it's by coincidence. You know, I truly feel like King David. I feel like, you know, I feel like that young warrior who people might say, yeah, I mean, we know about him, but we just don't know, you know, if he could defeat Goliath. Because I mean, we got people that, you know, that are much more primed to, you know, to be able to go and fight Goliath. But, you know, David, all them, and at this point, man, where I'm at, because of what I've been through and because of just my whole upbringing, I'm just like, bruh, it don't matter what the Goliath is, man. I know I'm the man for the job.
Sure.
I know it. Even if other people don't know it. Like at this point, I'm telling the sergeant, I'm telling the general, I'm telling the captain of the army, like, look, I'm going to do this. I'm not asking your permission anymore. And if I can't get your permission, it's like, it's cool. You're gonna see me do this on my own, and you're gonna see the results. And the metaphor for that is whether or not other people on my team, on my label, in my city, no matter who it is, if people don't believe in something that I know is a God-given mission, and if I know that the music is ordained and it's already been spoken to me that, yo, this is gonna connect, like this is gonna work, I have to do what I have to do anyway, you know, and long as I'm letting God speak through me, like that, God speaking through me is what made me not put out Separated at Birth. Man, nobody can stop me from putting that mixtape out. Like, nobody. Lil Wayne, Cash Money, my label, nobody could stop me from putting that stuff out. But amidst the situation and everything that was going on and people trying to stop me, I had to sit back and find the God in the whole thing. And I was like, I get it. You know, I get it. I get why this is happening, and it's cool. And I went ahead and I opted to not put that out. At this point, this is the same thing. This could have been a song that never saw the light of day.
Wow.
Straight up. So we wouldn't be talking about Sallie Mae right now. Yeah, this song wasn't supposed to see the light of day. But if it's God, and if I know that I have direct access to what God is speaking to me, then nobody, no man, no woman, no dollar amount, nothing is going to stop that at the end of the day. And, you know, I just deal with whatever comes from it. And at this point, a lot of success has come from it. So I'm dealing with this success, you hear me? And I'm very thankful for this. But that's just how I'm living, man. And I, like, where I'm at right now, man, I'm not going to, like, get distracted. I'm not going to fall off or like drift, you know, away from this mindset and this place where God has me. I'm not going to. So yeah, man. So that's exciting for anyone out there that's a fan. And I know that the people listening to this are either fans and they're getting super hyped, like, man, this is about to be crazy. Like, I can't wait to see what the next 10 years look like for him. Or it's other artists who are listening and they can hopefully draw motivation and get inspired from this, because it's like I'm a humble dude, man. So I don't have this bravado or this confidence just because, like, oh, Dee-1, oh, he been, you know, that dude been just the number one stunner. Like his whole life, he been that type of dude, and he just super flashy and flamboyant and just outspoken. Nah, I'm a chill dude. I'm a very chill, laid back New Orleans dude. You heard me? I be chilling. That's what we say. Like I be cooling. You know what I mean? That's what I be doing. But this right now, this isn't me speaking, man. This is really God speaking through me, God acting through me, and people can feel it. That's why we got 1 million views in 2 days on Facebook on the interview and the performance video from the Real Talk Show. In 2 days, 1 million views. You know what I mean? Like that's why, because people connecting with this, and people are like, man, I gotta share this. Like this dude here is like, I just feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not overthinking anything, man. I had somebody tell me, well, man, you know, we need to talk. Because you know, everybody, a lot of people trying to attach themselves to what's going on right now. And somebody's like, well, you know, we need to talk in terms of, you know, next time you get a look like that, some of the stuff you were talking about or saying on there, or even like what you wore and all that. I'm like, man, I wouldn't change that for the world, because I didn't overthink it. And I'm just like, this is me. So that being said, what I'm talking about, what I'm saying, like everything, this is me. So at the end of the day, you're gonna remember it because it's me. It's something that
it's authentic.
If I didn't have to, yeah, it's authentic, man, and that's all that matters to me at this point. You hear me,
man? Let me ask you this, bro, because I'm reading between the lines a little bit, man. Is everything good with you and your record label, bro? Because typically when someone has a record like this, the label puts it out. You know what I mean? And obviously you've kind of put this out, man, and is that relationship good right now, man?
Man, I love each and every person, you know, who is up there and who is employed by them, man. I love each and every one of them. I know them personally at this point. I know some of their families. Like I love everyone up there, and I genuinely am playing team ball. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm playing team ball. I've been playing team ball for a minute, but especially with that mixtape situation, with that separated at birth, because you know I have to be held accountable to my fans. I had fans before I had a record label. You heard me? So for me, my fans, you know, my accountability to them is more important than anything. And honestly, I had fans looking at me like, "What's up? Like, why not?" But I'm like, "Yo, I'm playing team ball because I'm with an organization at this point." And so for me, I have no issues with anyone and any of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good in my book, and I'm not you know, I can't say any more to that. Like I don't have a problem with anyone or with anything, you know, up there, and it's all good. As far as what people choose to push and believe in and get behind, see, people have jobs and they have bosses to answer to, and they have to operate differently, and I have to understand that. Like I'm my own boss. Like I can't get fired. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't. That like it's impossible. So that being said, because I work for the people and because God is the CEO, it's like, yo, I can't get fired unless I fall out with those people. So that being said, I operate a little differently than people who have bosses and they have people to answer to, and I respect that because I understand that certain stuff that might be a good move for me might not be. It might be too risky, you know, for someone else to say, well, we're going to jump out on this, or we feel like this about this. And I get it. I'm really mature at this point in my life. Like I'm at a place of understanding. So an immature Dee-1 would be bitter about the fact that, hey, you know, you should be pushing this song like this, or you should be doing that, or da-da-da-da-da. Why aren't y'all supporting this? A bitter Dee-1, an immature Dee-1 would feel like that. But the mature Dee-1 knows and understands that, you know, there's a reason, you know, for everything. And regardless of what the reason is, the real question is, how am I going to respond to it? And at this point, I have so much clarity on how to deal with each and every situation, lack of support, whether it's that, whether it's an abundance of support, whether it's just not being understood. You know, at the end of the day, like, people have to understand this is a man of God who has been ordained for this career, this platform, and this time. And with that being said, everything Jesus did didn't make sense logically to people. But it was like, my Father sent me here to do this work. So you either going to roll with me or you not. Either way, the work is going to get done. You know what I mean? And that's where I'm at. So because that's what's going on right now, like, I'm cool with it either way, because I'm just looking at the example Christ sets for us, and he got his work done regardless. It didn't matter what didn't exist or who didn't come rock with him or who didn't come when he had to perform this miracle or feed this many people, or it didn't matter. It's like the work is going to get done. Now, if you're here for the process, then cool. Arguably the work can get done in a more efficient manner and in a better manner, But if you're not here for the process, it's okay, because my Father sent me here to do this work regardless. I love everyone, so I'm not going to be upset if you are here for the process. I love everyone. I want everyone to be a part of this work that I know is God-given. I really do. But even if you aren't here for it, the God-given mission still has to be completed by me. And that's what I'm doing at this point. So, when you talk about with a record label and all that stuff, like, man, like, that's just how I'm rocking, big homie. Like, I'm doing what I know God has called me to do. And that being said, hey, like, everything else will play out how it's supposed to, but I don't have any ill will or any disdain or any hatred or any of that towards anyone, because I'm understanding that this is much bigger. You and I spoke about this during the mixtape time about, Ephesians 6 and 12. And so I know what's going on, I know what's going on. And I'm so thankful that it's going on through me in different ways. I'm like, wow, God, you must really think a lot of me to have me be the one that's having to go through different things. Because, the ways in which I'm being tested, the ways in which I'm being chastised, God chastises those who he loves. So I know he loves me, and I know that he's watching over, everything I'm doing. I know it, bro. I feel it. I literally feel it. And with that being said, either people are going to start to really, like, respect me and understand that we have to respect a talented man of God who is also a hustler. Like, we have to respect that, because that's a killer combination right there. So we either have to do that, or it's still, we just gonna have to sit back and observe. Like, either way it goes, like, that's the only options that exist at this point. So either way, it doesn't affect how I view anyone, because it's like, it's all good. It's literally all good. If I was a talented man of God but I wasn't a hustler, then I'd be in trouble, and I would, be pointing fingers at certain times at people. If I was a hustler and I was talented, but I wasn't a man of God, I wouldn't have the zeal and the zest that I have at this point to know that, man, this is the Holy Spirit speaking through me. So these decisions that I might make or things that I might do that people don't understand or people don't sign up on, this is the Holy Spirit speaking through me. And if I didn't have that, though, present in my life, then I would just be a rogue and I would be a rebel, and I'd be talented and a hustler, but I'd be all over the place. And it wouldn't be healthy for anyone around me. Like, I would be very unstable, but man, I'm so stable, man. I walk around this earth. I don't need anybody to walk with me. I don't need any bodyguards. I'm beloved by each and every one. The people who don't love me and who don't love what I'm doing, it's like, there's a reason, and that reason isn't something that resides within me. That's something that resides within them, that they're not at peace with, So all that stuff, man, it just makes it to where. And lastly, if I was a man of God and if I was a hustler, but if I wasn't talented, then eventually I couldn't consistently keep delivering. You know what I'm saying? And I've been around. I've been on people's radar since J50 and Weezy, man. That was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
That's an eternity in the music industry. Yeah. I never had an investor. I never had a team. Like, people, like if people knew, like, how stuff is really set up with me, they'd be like, really, bro? Like, I don't believe you. You know what I'm saying? If they really knew. But it's like, all that being said, man, I'm knowing that I have the talent to continue to sustain myself. And this is it. I'm only rapping until God tells me not to rap anymore, until he tells me I'm done. Because I'm only rapping because God wanted me to rap. Because when I was teaching middle school, I was like, man, Larry and Lester and Aaron and Jashawn and Damien and Dante, like all these little dudes who I'm teaching, and Rashad, all these dudes, like they looking up to rappers. Like, it don't matter how good of a teacher I am, they're looking up to rappers, and I see how that's dictating their lifestyle. I see how that's dictating what they place value in. So now that I'm D1, and now that this is what's going on, those same 8th graders who I taught, who just graduated from high school, and now some of them are freshmen in college, literally, they hitting me for features. And I feel so blessed that they, you know, I know who they wanted to be like, you know, during those years, but I know that now that they see an example of something different that's actually successful, it has them like, man, Mr. Augustine, you can hop on this song for me that I'm about to put out. And Mr. Augustine, how can I get into the rap game, but I want to be on some positive stuff like you? Or if I'm going to do it, I only want to do it to say something significant. And it's like, man, those are my fruit. You know what I mean? Like, those are my fruit. So, and the way that my fan base feels after they listen to my music or listen to my interviews, those are also my fruit, you know. So since we are going to be judged based on the fruit that we bear, like that's what I'm focused on. Is, you know, this is not about like me. Like, I don't know, man. I might never become a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? And if I don't become a millionaire at this point in my life, I'm like, so what? Like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I'm not hurting. But I don't know. I don't know what lies, you know, in the future for me. I really don't, as far as everything. But I know that God is going to take care of me, and that's it. And I don't want Him to give me more than what I'll be a good steward of. And I know that He won't leave me out here in a position to where I'm down bad and I'm out here hurting and struggling to the point where I'm not taken care of. Like, I just know that He has me, and because I know He has me, it just allows me to be as bold as I need to be, and as confident as I need to be with everything that's going on, man. So, yeah, everybody who's listening right now, just know that, like, I'm at peace. I'm at peace with myself, you know.
Man, it's funny that you use that word peace, bro, because as I'm sitting here listening to you talk, I'm sitting here like, man, I've never heard you this at peace with everything going on around you, man. I've known you for a few years now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And man, what's bringing about that sense of peace that you got right now, bro?
Man, because I see how everything in life is related, and because everything is related, my personal walk with God is also related to my career.
Wow.
I see that stuff, and for me, I'm realizing that the way we measure wins and losses is problematic. And that's everyone's issue, is we measure wins and losses based on material things, based on financial success, based on comparing ourselves to others. And as long as I'm doing better than this person, then I feel successful. And that's where the problem lies. You know, that's literally where the problem lies. But when we start to measure our success differently, and we look at it in terms of the God-given opportunities that we've been blessed with and the talents that we've been given, and are we being, you know, not good stewards, but great stewards of those blessings and those talents and those opportunities? And, you know, what are we doing to purify ourselves? Because this world taints us. So what are we doing to purify ourselves? Are we holding on to anything that is like, God, I don't want to give this to you. I love you with 98% of me, but that other 2%, like, I don't want to give this to you. And are we doing that? And so many of us are doing that, and we don't even recognize, and we don't understand what's going on until it's too late. And the truth is, when I say too late, it's never too late as far as, you know, reaching that point of salvation in your life and asking God for forgiveness. It's never too late in terms of that. But sometimes it's too late in terms of, dang, I had a window of opportunity where my realm of influence, my realm of influence was at its peak, and did I not realize this until it was too late? And for me, I honestly just felt convicted, man, because I felt like, dang, bro, like I had a gun to my head, but way before Just 15 Weezy came out. I thought I was gonna die, that day. I went through Hurricane Katrina. I know what it's like to think your mama and daddy, are dead because you haven't talked to them in a week and the phones don't work. And like I know what's up. I went to Africa, you know what I mean? When everybody else was trying to go to the park and holler at girls and go home and go, go mess with these girls and all this stuff or whatever. I'm in Africa, you know what I'm saying? And I'm seeing a whole nother way of life and seeing how blessed we really are. All this has happened for me. Like, who am I to sit here and not be able to be as confident as I am about doing the right thing? That's all it is. It's just confidence in doing the right thing. And that's what I have the utmost of at this point. I know that God is going to take care of me in every way, shape, or form. Who am I to sit here and not want to let a relationship with a woman go because I'm like, man, but she fine, man, she look good, or like, man, she know how to cook well, or she knows, like, come on, man, like, who am I, when I really know where my blessings come from, who am I to sit here and sell myself short of anything less than what I know God would want me to, be with? And if I know what it feels like to be in a God-ordained relationship, then, why would I settle for anything less? Like, everything I'm doing, every conversation is purpose-driven at this point. Every interaction, it's like, why am I going to this concert? Why am I hanging out with this person? Why am I doing music? You know what I mean? Like everything, I have to ask myself why at this point. And if it's not mission-driven, if there's no mission vision in it, if I can't understand what it means to be real, be righteous, be relevant in the context of that situation, then it's not for me. And I'm just there, man. And with that being said, if I live 70 more years, 80 more years, if I live 50 more years, even 60 more years with what I have at this point, man, like, goodness gracious, like I'm so excited about every second that I'm breathing, and even if I live, one more hour and then I fool around and croak and die, it's just like, at this point though, there's an exhilarating feeling that comes along with just living, this way. So it's almost like, I hate to say, I hate to say that, like, I don't know, I think it's just a new level that I have reached, and it's not like I have been born again, but I just feel like I finally have fully accepted my anointing, and that's something that that's probably what it is, man. And I think that if this is what it feels like to accept your anointing, then, man, I need everybody out there to really just take some alone time and make sure that you can feel God's presence and feel God's spirit. And when you know what you're meant to do and how you're meant to do it, and you know that your success is not something that you can measure in clicks or views or likes online, but it's in truly, pleasing God. When, man, if you just take a little time out and live your life, or just pray that you can, live that type of way, like, I promise you, it'll be a whole nother high. I've never smoked, I've never drank before, so I don't know what those feelings are like, but I know that it's a high that I have never experienced in anything I've done in my life, and that's something that everyone needs to experience, because it's not temporary. It's there. Like, God is already within us. So since He's within us, it's something that is meant for us to walk around with this level of confidence and with this anointing shining bright upon us. And people are finally starting to. All I want people to do with me is to see a man who's walking into his calling and to say, yo, what was the formula? What was the path? What did he have to go through to get there? And for them to want to do the same thing with themselves, because that's all it is, man. Like, I just want everyone to experience what it feels like to truly walk into your anointing.
Man, listen, bro. When I saw what you just said was beyond powerful, bro. beyond powerful. And thank you for sharing that part of your heart with us. But when I saw your interview on The Real and I saw it on Facebook, I was like, man, this dude it was almost like I saw how much you've grown as a man when you was on that platform and said what you said. Because if I could keep it 100 with you, bro, if you would have did that interview when I first met you 5-6 years ago, you probably wouldn't have said what you said on there. You know what I'm saying?
Nowhere in the world I would have said that. Right.
But the comfort level, the peace that you have, man, it's like brother, it's inspiring to me, man. Like, cause we all, like, if we honest, we all have our doubts at times. We all get in predicaments and we're like, man, should I say this about the Lord? I mean, you talk about it and I'm not perfect. I'm a Christian. We've all been there before in different stuff, man. And it's just, I mean, look, man, I can't say it enough, bro. Like, I'm inspired by what you're doing, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, bro. Like I'm here now, man. I'm here, and I'm here to stay as far as where everything is. I know that as soon as I say I'm here, and as soon as I say that you know this is something I will never water down or stray from.
Oh, you're gonna get tested. You're gonna get the test is coming.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I'm just like, that's cool. Look, you call your partners because trust me, I got angels on deck. You hear me? I got angels on deck. Trust me, all I got to do is just call them one time right quick, and they're ready to come ride for me. So I know that's what it is, but I don't have time to fight with a record label. I don't have time. Like, I'm looking at my watch right now that Luther Fiasco gave me. This mother is beautiful. And I'm looking at the watch. I don't have time to fight with people in the music industry. I don't have time to fight with people in my personal life. I don't have time to fight with people on social media who, I'm thinking I'm cool with, and then, they taking little shots and stuff, and people letting me know. And I don't have time, because the fight that I am in the midst of right now is so much greater that it's like, the best way for me to win these little human fights is for me to show y'all these demons that I'm defeating and conquering, and that is going to slay any dragons or any humans that are even attempting to subject me to their level of we're gonna throw him off his rocker by bringing some strife or some drama his way. It's like, no, I'm gonna win that fight when you realize the magnitude of the real fight that I'm entrenched in, and when you realize that, like, I'm actually fighting for even you, the one the human that's trying to go against me. I'm fighting demons on your behalf too. You know what I mean? And with that being said, that's just where I'm at, man. So it's very high level. It's very high level thinking and high level living. And it's because, I serve a high level God, and that's just something that I can't afford to do anything less at this point, man. So yeah, like I'm excited, man. I'm super excited.
Man, that's what's up, man. I'm happy all this is happening for you, man, and we definitely gonna be on the lookout for for this album, since you say you in album mode. I'm interested to see what God's putting on your heart and all of that stuff to say, because you always got something poignant to say to the people.
Believe it. Oh yeah. It's going down. I hope this album don't get banned, because I'm about to come with it, man. So and guess what? If it get banned, it's gonna still find a way to come out. It will not be stopped. So this is just what it is, man. For everybody listening, man, I gotta take a second to just thank y'all, because I'm really into politics. So I watch all these debates, and I watch the caucuses and the primaries and all that stuff, and I see how these candidates how they have to constantly reiterate themselves, and it may come across like they're repeating themselves, but it's just certain things that they constantly want people to know. And for me, I just literally have to let everyone know whether you heard me say this a million times or not, that I truly am here to serve you all. So I'm here to entertain you all. I'm here to let my life serve as, and let my mission and my walk and my journey serve as inspiration and motivation, for each and every one of y'all listening, man. So I thank y'all for y'all ear, because once you give me your ear, it's my job to do what I need to do to then tap into your heart, and you don't have to trip on that. You don't have to give me your heart. You're not obligated to do that. And, just give me your ear. And if you're listening to this right now, you've already given me and DJ Wado your ear. So I thank you for that. That means the world to me. And that's why I love what I do. Like, this is the most exciting, time of my life right now. Just to be real, it's the most exciting time of my life, only because I know that this isn't a David mission. This is a God mission. Because I've sent myself on many missions, and I'm a self-motivated individual. I'm a hustler. So, I get out there and I go hard behind these David missions. And the next thing you know, I'm looking back like 2 years later. Like, so I spent all that time chasing this. Like, oh, man, I was tripping. Dang, I can't get that time back. But because this is strictly a God mission that I'm on right now, like every second of it is exciting. So I'm thankful to y'all for y'all ear, and I'm thankful to Wado for this platform. But I don't expect anything less, because you and I, we've been rapping, man, and on a real level. So I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. It's very few people that you meet in this scene that's like super authentic, and you've always been that way with me, man. Even when I when I first seen that 50 J and Weezy video and tracked you down, like went through your manager,
yep.
And he was like, man, I don't usually give his. I was like, look, bruh, I need to holler at him.
Yep.
And we was G, man, and I appreciate that, man. It's love, bro, and man, I wish you nothing but success, blessings on you, man, and it's just dope to see this happening for you, brother.
Appreciate it, bro, and just know that you're a part of it. You know what I mean? So I appreciate all the support. I appreciate the interviews and just everything. Everybody listening out there, thank y'all. In case you've been under a rock, it's okay. I'll excuse you, but the name of the song is Sallie Mae Back.
Sallie Mae Back.
SALLIE MAEBACK. I finished saying Sallie Mae Back. Mae Back. You hear me? Yeah, man.
Oh, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah. All love, homie.
On the Wado Radio Show. On the Wado Radio. On the Wado Radio Show, where it's much more than music, it's ministry.